This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today we're located in La Quinta, California, getting set to take on this very challenging course. It's the stadium course at PGA West, designed by none other than the man behind TPC Sawgrass, Pete Dye. Diabolical, Frank. How would you describe the layout of the golf course?
I think diabolical is the first thing that would come to mind. This is how Pete Dye got his reputation, by building these type of golf courses. Matter of fact, in 1987, the players voted. They didn't want to keep coming back here. They thought it was too tough. But it has been used as a tour qualifying site. So if you think it's too tough for the regular pro, you imagine trying to qualify for your PGA Tour card and playing this is a tough test.
Uh-oh, this could be trouble. This one is way offline and headed towards those out of bounds. Well, this is always one of the toughest moments in any round. You've made a mistake, you hit it OB, you're disappointed, but you have to regroup, you have to focus, and try to get this next one in play. This will be the third shot after being penalized for going out of bounds.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Frank, what should the golfers be looking out for today?
Going to have to play well from tee to green for a start. That's where most of the problem is. It sets up beautifully for what we call a second shot golf course. Providing you can get the ball in play, you will get rewarded for good iron play around here. The reason why is because when you miss, you're penalized. This is way offline.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Well, hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobila. We are in the great state of North Carolina, set to kick off the round here at Quail Hollow. Frank, it is one of the most well-respected courses on tour.
And for good reason, Rich. Great layout. Also, we said hello to Rory McIlroy and Ricky Fowler. They recorded their first ever PGA Tour wins at this very golf course.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all.
Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power though?
Not a gimme, but well within his range. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Ricky Fowler trying to roll this one in. Man,
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. One under early in the round. For par. Did the job right there. Teeing it up here at the second hole, Frank, it's a short par 3.
Yeah, it plays a little bit downhill, about half a club, Rich. There's a sort of shallow bunker in that back area, and also that green starts to reduce in size on the left side. Good par 3.
Good-looking shot right here. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second.
Really? This is that awkward length.
Oh, that hurts. Thought he had it.
Even par currently.
Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Moving on to the third hole now. It's a par 4, 452 yards.
Big sweeping dogleg left, and the fairway actually goes in the opposite direction of the dogleg. Must hit a good tee shot for 2 reasons. One, to find the fairway, and also the length of this hole. Over 450 yards. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my own.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
One of the game's most electric performers, Ricky Fowler, now over this birdie putt. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. Needs this for par. -1 in the early going. Now to the fourth hole here at Quail Hollow, just under 490 yards.
Yeah, they used to have the tee on the right side, which actually made that tee shot very uncomfortable. When they put the new tee box in on the left side, it's a little easier to hit that fairway because that fairway slopes from right to left. That's an absolute beauty. That is annihilation to the golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. That is a monster hit right there. He carried that more than 350 yards. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Good score going, now at 2 under par. Now at -2 for the day. Here we are at the par 5 fifth. It's 570 yards. Frank, this should be reachable for most players, don't you think?
Yeah, if you hit a good tee shot, especially with the draw, it will be. But the hardest part of this is judging that kick on the fairway that kicks the ball to the right. And it sort of turns at that awkward area at where the top of your tee shot range. That's where that dog leg is.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be happy with that. Even the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Frank, what are we looking at here on the second shot at the fifth hole?
Well, big par 5. You're going to have the ball slightly below your feet, Rich. What you're looking at is that left-hand front bunker. If you can carry that and keep it on the green, that's 2 very good shots into this par 5.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Ricky Fowler for eagle. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
He can't believe it. Thought it was in. So just a formality here. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Frank, this is where you know that players like Bubba Watson, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy are playing a different game than guys like me. They step up to this 250-yard par 3 and they might hit a 5-iron. It is a little downhill, but they might be with a middle iron where a lot of us would be with a driver.
Well, you see the advantage of that power on this very hole, not just because of the length they got to hit it, but the green they're heading into. This green slopes off in both directions, right and left, so you have to land that ball in the middle of the green. So yeah, it's a big advantage if you can go at this hole with like a 5-iron.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Shouldn't be a problem here. Starting to feel it now, 3 under. And he has it for birdie. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5-7.
And a 6, and a 7, and an 8, or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. Many a tee shot has found that creek on the right, trees, problems on the left. There's no question there's a reward for a good tee shot here. But then there's a decision on do you go for this par 5 and 2. It's not overly long, just over 530 yards. It is very tempting.
Great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working. Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Frank, in modern professional golf, we're seeing more and more drivable par fours, like the 8th here at Quail Hollow, 350 yards. What do you think of this hole?
It's not a bad hole. Drivable, some might say, but the angle of the green means it's hard for that tee shot to keep on the green. But I think the reward for hitting a driver is try and sort of aim at that tree just left of the green. And the reason why is then you've got to pitch up the direction of the green. This is a really narrow green.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Second shot.
That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch and nerve. He had it all. And he has the bottom of the barrel. Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Frank, this is a really good way to finish out the front side here at Quail Hollow. 495-yard par 4.
Yeah, it's the longest par 4 at Quail Hollow. Some say it might be the toughest. I'm not quite in that camp. And the reason why, that green slopes in from both sides, the left and the right. But you can see why good drivers have done well here, because there's a big reward for thumping a big, long, straight drive down here.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it. Ooh, that is long.
Frank, what's ahead now on this approach shot at the long par 4 ninth?
What's in favour for the player, Rich, is the fact that both the left and the right side of the green slope back towards the middle. So you can almost use them like sideboards.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Not a gimme, but range. Ooh, good effort right there. Almost made it. Just a little tap in here. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Trying to get out of here with just one dropped shot. This is for bogey. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Oh, this could be good.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Good-looking shot right here. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. And he's made it for eagle. See what Ricky Fowler does with this putt. 11 under on the day. Back here at the par 4 11th at Quail Hollow, set to tee off. What's the right game plan here, Frank?
Oh, there's two, really. That left bunker off the tee, it's about 265 yards to get it on the fairway, or 308 yards, 310 yards run out there. I've seen players just try and carry the bunker, sort of set up a short iron, and I've seen players like Rory McIlroy just try and blast a driver with a hook on it. Both strategies have worked. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
is a heat-seeking missile right there. Wow! Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Lengthy putt here at 27 feet. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already. Par 4 12 here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no fairway bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently it's very easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right. And then that makes that second shot so much more difficult going up the hill. This is one hole that you have to pick a line on. You really have to know your line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there in the distance. That's the one you want to work it off.
That is an absolute seed. I mean, he just ripped a bullet down the fairway. Oh my goodness, 375 yards. And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
He has a birdie opportunity here. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. And he has it for birdie. Here we are at the par 3, 13th hole. It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one actually where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So it's just something that pitches more in the central part of the green is really what's required. You know, a solid strike right in the heart of the green.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Well, that's a smart shot. A lot of people would have tried to be a little more heroic from there, but there was no need.
Back on the fairway, back in play. Eight-foot putt here. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace, it's hard to be critical of that.
Nine under for the round. Has it. Wow, Frank, this is a really good little par four, isn't it, the 14th?
It is, and this is where one of those strong three-woods comes in. The last 50 or 60 yards as the ball kicks down and towards the left, and it sounds like an aggressive play, but like a hard three-wood trying to run it down there is actually not a bad play.
Is it drivable?
It is drivable, but it's whether it's worth the risk.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.